unanimous in their hate for me, and I welcome their hatred.
What's up, everyone? This is Hater Radio. We are in the thick of this game. It is 14:57 into the fourth, and Miami just got it to a 3-point game off Mark Fletcher's touchdown. So this is going to be interesting. I did call that block punt. I talked about it in the preview that they had 3 block punts in the season, one against Oregon in the CFP, and I knew it would come up. I saw some like movement on Miami's special teams unit on a couple plays Indiana had, and then the one there when he got the block, it was just like, I don't know, it just seemed like they kind of had a lapse in judgment or just like weren't playing it too strong. But either way, they get the block punt touchdown, and then Miami answers there with that huge third down conversion where Beck hit, I believe, Daniels for the first down. So that drive stayed alive, and then Tony had a big play, and obviously Fletcher got the touchdown. So here we go. I don't know. Are you on delay? Where are you at?
They just ran the play. It's
okay.
Now
so you're like
14:30. Yeah, it's 7-8 now.
Okay. What are your thoughts so far in this game?
I mean, this is immovable object meets unstoppable force right now with Indiana and Miami, especially defensively, because run up the middle, that is a first down and more for Indiana.
Oh, you're ahead of me. So can you
I am. Okay, I'll shut up.
Can you do you have DVR on yours? Can you
I do not.
Can you pause it can you pause it for like just a couple of seconds and then maybe sync up?
Okay, they're in the huddle now. They just broke the huddle.
Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing that. I'm still on a replay. All right, well, you're ahead of me, so you're gonna know what happened before me.
I'll keep my reaction mild then.
Okay, all right. Ooh, that was a good defense play.
But yeah, this is clearly the toughest defense Indiana has faced all year, and nothing is coming easy for Indiana. And the big reason is that they are not allowing those big shot plays.
Yeah,
Indiana is so used to doing. Now they've got to try to get some, because the defensive line is just shredding through the O-line, and I've never seen the O-line get beaten like this season. So they're doing a lot of quick plays.
I will say Indiana has been able to run the ball pretty well. Cooper hasn't even really done much in this game.
It's just showing a replay now. Let me know when you get to the start of the replay.
Okay, just started.
Okay.
Are you linked? Synced?
I think so. They just showed the bubble screen.
Okay, yeah. And it's now the close-up version of that replay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I think we're good. No, I mean, honestly, it's been pretty even. I think Indiana, though, was pretty dominant in the first half, though, because Miami couldn't really do anything on offense. And, a lot of that was not being able to run the ball. And that Fletcher run in the third quarter was huge. That 57-yard touchdown, it kind of woke them up a little bit. And I don't know, maybe blindsided Indiana because they haven't given up something like that. They don't usually give up long plays like that. Outside of maybe the games that I've seen was the Jeremiah Smith completion, the long one in that game, but that's about it.
Also, a fantastic response by Miami that last drive. I mean, block momentum clearly on Indiana's side after that, and you go right down the field, an 80-yard drive.
Yeah,
a couple third and longs.
That's what I'm saying. That third down that Beck like eluded the rush and like was able to get the first down, that was huge. Like that was like if he doesn't do that, like I don't know what this game is going to be like the rest of the way out because they would probably would have had to punt there.
Huge third down here because you're pretty close in field goal range and it's pretty.
See, if I'm Indiana, I'm not playing a field goal. I'm going to try to keep this drive alive.
Get a couple of yards here.
Yeah.
Mendoza drops back, throwing.
Oh, he's holding on him. He was holding on his jersey. Like he literally was pulling his jersey. Dude, they are not calling any of these jersey pulls at all. Like he beat him and watch him pull his jersey. Like what? How is that not pass interference? In what world is that not pass?
The refs are saying,
look at that. I mean, that is
thought it was uncatchable.
No, it should have been a hold. A hold doesn't matter if it's uncatchable. Oh, they're gonna go for it. Oh, they called timeout. Man, that I get trying to let them play. I understand that because you kind of want that for two good teams, but at the same aspect, I don't know how you don't call that. It's clear as day. That should be called. Yeah, I don't know if Seth is going to come on or not. He said he might, so we might see Seth Varnador. Who knows? He it's late night for them and the family, so. No, but man, this has been a good game. I will say that. At least it's been enjoyable and back and forth. I mean, like I said, Indiana felt like the better team in the first half, but credit to Miami for because they've outscored them 14-7, and the points that Indiana had come off of a punt block. So they've shut out the offense in the second half so far.
The defense has been the MVP for Miami by far.
Yeah, they've kept them in this game because it was at points when it was 10-0, and then when it was 17-7, it was it seemed like all the momentum was on Indiana's side. But then credit to Miami's offense there for really jumping in there to make that made the game. Like you said on those conversions, that was huge. I know we're going to keep repeating ourselves because we got nothing else to talk about.
Waited until the fourth quarter to really, especially this playoff run, to really jump out and start showing up. They do have that clutch factor, so that's at least one good thing for them. And I mean, clearly Miami's been in a close game every game this playoff. So
basically, because that Ohio State game that they won by 10, that was basically a one-score game near the very end. So they've credit to them because they've worn people down as the game goes on, and so look for that here. But I will say, outside of that one 57-yard run by Fletcher, his average is, at least at the moment that I did the calculation, was 3.5. So they've been keeping Fletcher in check outside of that one big run, but he does have 2 touchdowns now, so that's huge because obviously that one there. The play by Tony there, though, that was pretty nice. They're going to go for it. Wow. Ooh. Wonder if you do a trickeration here.
I mean, you definitely don't call timeout.
Oh, hard count. Yeah. Yeah. Hard count and try to draw them off sides.
Here we go. Huge fourth down. Throws.
Becker! Oh, my Lord.
Wow.
God, that kid is so good, man. I need the play that he had in the first half when it looked like he ran it in. It was all him. Oh, what a catch. What a catch. Oh, my Lord. On fourth down, that is Oh, that is, man, that is some onions call right there. Wow. Wow.
Every person in the state of Indiana held their breath
Yeah, seriously,
when
man.
he
That was
turned around. I know I'm texting George and all this too. So
yeah. Shout out to all you watching our coverage here. We appreciate it. We've got 44 of you knuckleheads. We appreciate you joining in here tonight. Yeah, the one video that I did for my prediction got like 99 subscribers on that.
wow.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, and then like your video for whatever reason must have had some like cuss word or something, but I didn't understand because it was like our big video didn't have it, so I didn't understand why it got flagged for some reason, but whatever.
Whew.
Wow, this is crazy.
All right, third down. You've got to convert here if you're Indiana. You've barely seen the red zone all game. You've got to get 6 points here.
Yeah.
Because if you get 3, that's a win for the defense.
Yeah, that's huge because it still gives them the 1-score game. So I think got to run it. No.
Pass. Mendoza. End zone, not even close.
No. That's the thing here. It's like now that they've gone for it on 4th.
I take the points here because
I think you have to take
the score touchdown. But I mean,
God, they're all over every time. They're just not calling it.
It was not a good pass though by Mendoza.
It's not, but again, it could be a hold, and that's the thing. Like it's like it may not be pass interference. He's calling timeout again. What is going on?
Oh man, really? Oh, that's not.
I think he goes for it. I mean, honestly, I would. Like,
I mean, yeah. That field goal, I was going to mention too, that field goal really is the difference because it's a tie game right now.
Right, if he made it, it was a tie game, so. But it was a far field goal. It wasn't like it was like a gimme. It was like a 50 or 51-yard field goal. I think they're going for it.
It looks like he's coming back out there.
Oof.
This is going to be a real make or break for both teams here. Is somebody's going to get a stranglehold of the momentum after this play.
He's coming off. Oh, no.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably why he called the timeout, because he was like, yeah, we're going for this. Man, I can't believe Surratt dropped that one ball.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't like dropped one all year, and I was like.
Here we go. Mendoza drops back. He's going to run it.
He got it. He's got the touchdown. What a ballsy play, man. A QB run. Oh, my Lord. You have got
that is insane.
That play call. What a play call. Like, I never would have saw that coming. They used their, their pass rush up the field against them and just, oh, man. Wow. And that's in. Yep. What a touchdown, man. Holy wow. What a game.
I just texted George. George. Mendoza is now in Tebow's hemisphere of college football legends after that play.
Seriously, he is, man. Like, he's wearing 15.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. He takes the hit, keeps going, boom, takes another hit. God, man. Signetti takes the gamble of 2 timeouts on. Was it on the same drive?
So this game far from over. Miami literally just ran 80 yards down the field. Now, you as Indiana's defense have got to put the stop here. Getting a stop here would be huge because then you're going to start Miami to think about using timeouts.
Yeah.
So the defense has got to come up and on the other side, if you're Miami, you've got to make third and manageable situations now.
Yeah. Yeah, but now Indiana can tee off, like they know that like, they have to throw the ball. Like, they don't have too much time. And their like passing attack has not been like, amazing. And they haven't gotten like any explosive plays out of the passing attack outside of like maybe the Tony play.
Well, you can still rely on the run game here if you really rely on Fletcher. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure like Indiana's intention hasn't like it's been all game except for that one run has been.
That's what I'm saying.
Through the air.
Because it's basically 3.5 yard average.
Yeah.
For Miami for Fletcher at least I believe. It was 109 minus 57. So it's 52 divided by 15. It's a 3.46 average for Fletcher outside of that one run. So, like, it hasn't been great. Like, I'm just noticing it. Like, he has been effective, but, he hasn't gotten the huge chunk plays. Like, I think that was the difference in, like, the Texas A&M game. He was able to get chunk plays in the Ole Miss game. It just has not been the same as it was.
Now they're going to have to rely too is like because again in those plays in the fourth quarter they were leaning on the defense and tiring them out. And I mean, yeah, we're kind of getting that the last drive, but Indiana's defense has never really looked tired. But it's going to be really telling. That this drive is going to be really telling how the rest of the game goes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Mendoza, bloody lip. He's got the Tebow, bloody game. The FSU paint. It's the same thing. God, I'm surprised they didn't call that targeting when he literally hit him in like the chin strap and then the neck. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is the Heisman winner. Like, you're not protecting him at all. Like, that's bizarre.
They're letting him play, which I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's the
probably a hold there.
Another end.
That's probably a hold right there on Bain, but. They didn't call it. There's been some holds on Indiana too, like Miami offensive line as well. So it's been going both ways. They haven't really called holding at all for anybody. So you just have to just let it go.
Unbelievable.
Wow, that was unreal. Unreal.
I'm texting George now. Are you ready for the longest 9 minutes of your life?
Yeah. There's a flag on that play. There's a couple of flags.
Looks like roughness.
Oh, it's a hold now. There we go. Finally a hold call. It's got to be on Miami. I think he had a holding on one of the special teams play earlier too. 22.
Also, totally unrelated, and I forgot to mention the pregame show. And again, I'm the only person who notices this and cares about this stupid stuff. But every time Miami has played in the Orange Bowl, even though it's their home stadium, they have always been the away team in every Orange Bowl they have ever played in.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Every Orange, I looked it up because they were technically the lower rank. They were classified as the lower seeded team. So they always wore the white jerseys, which I find ironic because it's their own stadium.
Yeah. That's crazy. Wow. I didn't see the stat, but it was a pretty crazy stat.
Play action fake, Beck dropping back. Plenty of time. Little dump off to Tony. There they go. Got to wrap them up. Okay. That's what they got to do. I mean, if you're Indiana now, like I was saying this, you've got to make sure that you play in front of them and you hang on to these tackles.
Yeah.
The last thing you need is to get these guys slipping by you.
Yeah.
Fletcher runs. That's a first down.
Hey, shout out to y'all, 65 of y'all. We appreciate you. We definitely appreciate y'all you joining us here tonight. And all year, it's been great. Like this is, I started this 10 years ago in my 1-bedroom apartment by myself with a $12 Phil Steele magazine, a Twitter profile, a SoundCloud profile, and like a free app on my iPad. And that was it. That's all I had. So,
man, Becca's got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Ooh, incomplete.
All that. But shout out to y'all for being supporters of this. Me and Ian love this sport, and we're passionate about college football, and we hope that you guys see that with our analysis and what we do. And it's been fun. It's been a real blast these last couple of years, and being able to do this, for games and whatnot, and being able to go to games. Like Ian got to go to the Red River Shootout, and
that was
Texas
fantastic.
USF game. That's a heck of a weekend right there. That's like, oh, Seth, here comes Seth.
Oh, throwing the ball deep down the field. One man.
Oh, he caught it.
Wow, what a catch. All this ain't incomplete.
They said incomplete?
Yeah, it must have dropped.
What up?
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Just even keeled, low blood pressure game, nothing going on.
No, not too much. How about that Mendoza run, man?
Oh, dude, that was unreal. Like what a call, Seth. Like literally they take the pressure and use it against them and run right past all of them. It was, man, what a ballsy call.
Yeah, just to go was
and to use those timeouts on that drive too. Like,
I'll start.
God, man.
Yeah. I mean, just think, if they don't convert those fourth downs, both those using those timeouts that early is like, ooh,
I know. Like it's like, what are we doing? But it's like
that's what Mario would get crushed for.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Sig, man, this guy.
I texted my cousin George, which it's funny that Chris mentions that, but my cousin George, he is a Gator and USF fan, but he's also an Indiana alumni, no joke. And
yeah, that's right. You told me that.
He is going through the ringer right now.
Probably like smoking 10 cigarettes.
Yeah, he really is. Back drops back, looks to throw in. They convert.
I didn't finally, because that could have been crucial that Lofton didn't play today. I was thinking about that because he had the drop earlier, and I'm like, man, if Lofton is the reason that they probably lose this game, that would really suck. But he came through there. That's huge.
Miami's it seems like they got a beat on Indiana a little bit.
Yeah, here's Tony.
Here we go, Tony. Oh, he's off to the races.
It's finally a big one for him.
It's tough. You don't want to give up a big play, but I feel like if you heat Beck up, he struggles.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to get to him with that line.
Yeah, they've had a ton of time. Like, there's been some plays where he like, it's, and I would have thought Indiana was going to get more pressure, but it's been kind of limited in this game.
It's been the other way around. They've done all the pressure in Mendoza's face.
If you can just get some, it feels like if you just get some pressure at his feet.
Yeah, exactly. Just like anything, like right there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Incomplete. Got to catch that, man.
He's had a couple that have like tipped up in the air. That one Jones had. Oh, there's the porn star. That's so funny that they picked her up. Oh, my God.
Somebody probably just won a prop bet.
Yeah.
For that.
I think Brett Musburger was in charge of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. I knew she was going to be there. She's a student at Miami, so like,
wow.
Yeah, so like I knew she was already at the Texas A&M game.
I think she's in the 74 Crew music video.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Tony, and he will go into the end zone. All right.
Back and forth we go. Yeah, it was funny because Tony, like before that drive, I think he only had like 40 yards the whole game, and that was just like That was at least 60, 70 yards on that drive alone from him.
Yeah, it's weird. I wonder if Indiana kind of both last 2 times they've scored, it feels like they've kind of had a little bit of a letdown defensively. Just kind of they feel like they've got the game kind of locked up and
back-to-back 80+ yard drives.
That was 241. That was nothing. That was super quick.
Yeah.
We got a game, folks.
Yep.
Seth, how late can you stay up?
We'll see. I'll probably try to finish the game. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how many. We'll be getting to like 4 overtime, Phil. Maybe I gotta.
We're doing the 2-point dance for half an hour. Oh man,
is that how? Does that apply to the final? The championship,
so.
The 2-point dance? Does it really?
Yeah, I know. It'd be a shame, but it's just. It's like what they have to do, like
shootout in overtime hockey.
Shootout. Yeah, I know the Lightning lost that game the other day because of the shootout.
I don't want to talk about that. Because
they beat the Stars.
15-game win streak right now if we won that game.
Yeah. There's my show.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Seth, I worked on this show.
Which one?
Wonder Man.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It looks interesting. Like, how was it working on it?
It was cool, man. Like Yaya, the star, is a really awesome dude. I got to talk to him a bunch, and the crew was great. There was a lot of cool people. Something really bad happened. My friend was working and on one of the stages, and he fell through the stage and he passed away. So it's been like the whole thing, because like we were on strike, or the actors and writers were on strike during the first half of the show, and then we ended up filming in 2024 and to finish up. So it had been a while. Like we did this show like basically 3 years ago when we started. So
really?
It's been a long time.
Did you think it was going to get held, or was this kind of always the timetable, the plan?
I think the only thing that I heard was the fact that the storyline with Avengers, with Jonathan Majors, because he got into that trouble with the law and everything.
Yeah.
Like he kind of fell out of favor with Marvel, and they changed the storyline, and so that kind of like threw everything off, because like Yaya's character, I'm not going to elaborate too much today. I know too much, but Yaya's character is being shown in this, and then there's some more stuff afterwards. So,
well, how was it working on a Marvel production? Is this your first one you worked on, or is it?
Yeah, that was the first one I worked on. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Destin, I can't remember Destin's last name. Destin, he directed Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings, and then he was like the showrunner, executive producer on this show, American Born Chinese, that we all worked on. And so that's how we got attached to Wonder Man. And it was honestly, Destin is like the coolest dude. He comes to set in a 2003 Toyota Tacoma, and just like, and the guy makes a ton of money. And I know he has like nice cars, because he's driven a couple of times. He'll drive the set with a nice car, but like almost every day it's like the old school 2003 Tacoma. He's cool as hell. And like, so is Yaya. Like they were off. And dude, Ben Kingsley. Like I got to freaking talk to Ben Kingsley.
That's pretty cool.
It was so surreal. I'm just like, man, this guy has been around forever and like a legend. And I got to say hello to them like every day. It was wild.
Wow, that's a discrepancy in the second half.
Whoa, 240. Well, you got to remember the one score was the block punt, so
that's true.
They don't get any yards for that. So if they had another possession there, maybe they get more yards.
Hey, Sid. He really does look like Sid the Sloth.
He does. It's like remarkable how similar he is to that.
It's been great for the memes.
Oh yeah, with the up stuff, and like, what's the other one? The insurance guy from Incredibles for Signetti.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The boss.
Yeah.
1 3-yard gain.
So, Seth, you got any plans for the off season?
In here, man.
No, not yet. I'm gonna hit up a bunch of clinics. So hopefully
Nice.
there's some good coaches clinics. I'm
Heck yeah.
interested to, I know there was one coming up in Florida that like you're gonna have like the whole Miami staff. You're gonna have Kiffin there. You're gonna have Summerall there. So it's gonna be pretty loaded. So that should be an interesting one.
That's huge. They're down coming up now.
Ian, you got any plans for the off season?
Threshers season.
Oh yeah, when does that start?
So spring training starts late February, and then 2 weeks after that in April is Thresher season.
Nice.
So that is the plan, and on top of that would probably be more college football 26 gameplay.
Well, I think you're ahead. I think you're ahead of us.
Yeah, great, really good. I'll try not to spoil.
Okay.
Something good happened. We just don't know for who.
Yeah.
Yep. And it looks like it's for
Indiana. I figured it was Indiana, the way you were talking. I know. I haven't seen that much of like a rollout.
Yeah, it was a good call.
On the boundary, and then like look for something open and like
run away from Ruben Bain a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Run away from that beast.
Probably not a terrible idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a show coming up in April I can't talk about, but I'm looking forward to that one. So,
can you believe this Miami team lost to 2 ACC teams
and mediocre ones at
like
that.
Not very good ones, right? Like it's crazy.
SMU. I think that game was like it was a lot of mistakes by Miami, and I always harp on Miami fans for saying, "Oh, we beat ourselves," but they kind of did in that game because it was like a long third down that SMU was going to get stopped, and they they hit the quarterback, and it was a 15-yard penalty that kind of kept that drive alive. They tied it, and then in overtime, Beck had that bad interception, but because
them in the beginning of the year they were unbelievable.
Especially against the opponents they were playing too.
Yeah, and I think I said when we did the kind of selection day show, I was like, Miami's going to be tough. I didn't think they'd make it to the final, but I thought they'd be a tough out just because of how good they were on the line of scrimmage. It's like I can't believe this team lost because this game, Indiana's making some clutch plays, but it certainly feels like this thing might swing back to Miami here. The way the second half is playing out.
Miami's doing exactly what I said they needed to do, and that's keep this game close.
Seth, be careful with your
I'm not going to say anything. Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate you.
Mendoza drops back, throwing deep.
Man, Becker, dude, I swear this kid is unreal. Seth, this kid is just nails, man. God, man.
He's a big dude too. I'm shocked. I mean, they're really letting it go on the back end.
Oh,
they are so. Which I think really plays into how Miami wants to play a lot more than how Indiana wants to play.
For sure, yeah.
So, it is one of those things where styles create fights a little bit.
What was I going to say? God, I had a thought, but I lost it. No, Becker, man, dude, the guy has just been huge plays all night. Huge plays in the Big Ten Big Ten championship game. I mean, it has been remarkable. This Signetti stuff is just because. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So Becker, he was with Tom Allen before Signetti. Yeah, so he's a holdover. And I'm like, man, he's been there so long. And can you imagine what he's seen? The valleys to the ascension, that.
What's so interesting to me about this Indiana team, and you can kind of see on that run and some of these, they're not And that's why I think Miami's been able to hold them down a little bit. And some of the better defenses they play, they're not, to me, crazy, like twitchy at the skill positions, but they're really physical, which is not super common anymore.
That's the thing a lot of people were pointing out was that Miami can out-athlete you, but Indiana would just out-physical you.
Well, and that's been their game. Like, all right, you can have us covered, but Mendoza's going to throw it back shoulder, which is why kind of the holding stuff, Miami getting away with some of it's really helpful for them. But, man, they're just so physical. The running backs run so hard.
Yeah, both of them. They're like carbon copies of each other.
They just hit the hole 100 miles an hour.
Slam into you,
and seem to fall forward every time. They're really impressive in those terms. They're not creating a ton of separation, but man,
no,
they run hard. George, they block you.
I will say, Surratt, besides that drop he had tonight, he's been like almost like no drops all year. I'm almost positive, and like that was like I think the one that I've seen in all the like recaps that I watched, because I watched like the Iowa game and I rewatched the Penn State game and I rewatched the Ohio State game, and like Surratt made so many plays. He wasn't in that Penn State game, which a lot of people were like pointing to like, that might be some cause of concern, that Penn State game, but I'm like, Surratt wasn't even in there. And then like what is it? I don't know. I've been a huge fan of Surratt. I think like route wise, he is definitely like very like precise, and he also makes those like back shoulder catches a ton, which is
that's what he made a ton of those against Oregon. Man, I'm like, these dudes are catching every single ball.
Oh yeah,
and I guess after the Surratt drop, I saw they only had like 6 or 7 drops all season.
All year, yeah, I know.
So,
it's unreal.
George just texted me. He said, beginning of the year, doctor said, I should check my blood pressure. Yet the last 2 national championships, Florida's basketball championship and this national championship, have me at an insane anxiety level.
It's like the meme with from 30 Rock with the guy, and he's like holding the water.
Yeah.
Kenneth.
I was going to say, because that's the thing is like, Florida's basketball national championship had me going through an emotional ringer, but for George, man, I hope he has like a drink or something near him.
Does he drink?
Not real. Well, depending on the situation, he's not a avid
not
drinker.
A big drinker
He's going to need something regardless of how this game ends. He told me that in person. He's like, regardless of how this game ends, I'm going to have a drink.
Man, basketball is the most anxiety-inducing sport. I think that's so much worse than football to me. I cannot watch basketball.
Dude, I think hockey is the worst. Like hockey, playoff hockey, I'm like the whole time, please God.
When the 2021 Stanley Cup, the Lightning were up 1-0 that whole game, and I literally same thing with George. I was like, this is going to be the longest 5 minutes of my life, and it was.
Yeah, hockey is. I'm not a huge hockey guy, but yeah, when the Lightning are in it, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
and it is like this is one of the best sports to watch when everything's on the line. It's because it is just nonstop. There's guys flying all over the ice. It's crazy.
Yeah, because it's like every possession in hockey can change the game, and it's like if you make a mistake, then it's like leading to a goal, and it's just like it's crazy.
Yeah, overtime. Somebody said, "Why watch over?" I remember it was some post last year and it said, "Why watch overtime playoff hockey when I can snort cocaine and jump off an airplane without a parachute?"
Yeah.
Well, they say I'm going to calm down by watching my copy of Uncut Gems and relax. The other thing that's pretty intense is baseball playoffs. Like when those games are close, like because my wife is a Dodger fan, so like she's like on edge the last like 5 years that I've been with, like that we've been watching the Dodger games, and like it's just, man, it is intense when it gets real close to those games.
ALCS the Rays were in Game 7 against the Astros.
Yeah,
when we won that game, you could have heard me scream from Tampa. I was so because we were up 3-0, blew it, and then
Yeah, and won the last one. Yeah, almost had the gentleman sweep.
Yep.
Or no, the reverse sweep. Sorry, gentleman sweep is 4-1. Sorry, I misspoke.
All right, 2nd and 1. Mendoza shotgun, Black to the right. They will hand it. Oh, false start.
Yeah.
All right. So he's not going to like that.
No, it's a little flinch.
Yep.
I mean, it feels like even before the draw play, it feels like one of these runs, if Mendoza pulls it, they don't seem to be playing him too much in the run.
No.
Game.
I don't know what that is. If that's like a don't think he's going to, or if that's more of like, I don't know, because it seems like, I mean, Miami's linebackers are probably their weakness on the team. And like, I felt like that would be something that may come into play. It didn't necessarily in this game, but God, that was a huge penalty.
Yeah, that penalty was gigantic.
Wow, what a penalty. Like, that pretty much changes the whole like trajectory of this possession here.
This whole thing might come down to a blocked punt. Interesting.
Yeah. And a missed field goal. Think about it.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
The stoink.
I had somebody bring it up to me. You hear Cignetti in some of these things, and he talked about one time how he didn't practice special teams enough when he was a younger head coach, early in his head coaching career, and he lost the game in the playoffs because of it.
Yeah.
And since then, he's put a lot more time into special teams. It's interesting to see that kind of
progression
bounce their way
in
this game after he kind of goes and mentions it. So,
well, I mean, that was like Urban. Urban was the special teams coordinator, and like, think about how good Florida was on special teams in that era.
Yeah,
like Brandon James
still holds the record for the most blocked kicks in college football history.
That's crazy. It was block kicks. It was returns for touchdowns. Like, Brandon James was always a solid return, no matter where he got the ball.
They will run it, and he won't get anything.
Any thought to going for this, or just that you got to get up a touchdown, make him score?
He took all his timeouts. Interesting. I thought he would let that go.
I'd say I don't know.
If you convert, the game's over.
Yes.
But
so
like if you I mean, I guess it's you want to put it on your defense to not allow a touchdown. You want to put it on your.
That's the thing. The defense has been very suspect.
They've been kind of
they've been
gashed this half.
Yeah.
They will be going. It looks like they're going for the field goal here. Okay, so Miami will have a minute.
If Cignetti had any nuts, he'd fake it.
Oh, God.
Do a little LSU, Les Miles.
The little flip.
Yep. There we go. 4th and 4. 35-yard field goal attempt. Kick is on the way right down the middle. And with a minute 42, it is a 6-point game.
Down game. They have to score a touchdown. It's the only way they can win.
How about this? I saw this on Twitter. A guy sold his food truck and put all the money on Miami in the over parlay. The over was 48.5.
Shut up. Oh, man.
How big is that drive for this dude? I think it was like $200K or something like that.
Oh, my God.
That's why I'm not a betting man.
Well, there's a little anxiety. Yeah, there's an extra layer of anxiety for you.
I told that to my wife because she was like, did you bet it all? And I was like, hon, I have enough anxiety just watching the game.
Yeah,
I don't need any money involved in it too.
Did you see that yardage breakdown?
318 each.
Yeah.
All
About
right.
as even of a game as you can get.
Miami will need the drive of this, really, the century.
Yeah.
Since 2001, they haven't really had. It all comes down to this.
What is it? The Clemson Alabama game where Clemson had that late touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Carson Beck legacy drive.
Yeah. This is it.
Well be.
Yeah.
So do you heat him up or you sit back and play coverage?
I at least rush forward. I don't even do simulated coverage. You got to get.
I mean, they haven't been getting to him lately. Like the last couple of drives, maybe he dials it up here. Maybe he's like change it up and have the linebackers come in.
They gotta get the playoff.
He didn't get it off.
What a start!
Wow.
All right, play game.
You have no timeouts, Cristobal.
Well, it's not like that stopped them. It's been like they had that.
He's saying the pump up to
should have reset.
Yeah.
Oh, he just broke his headset.
Seth,
they got the IT guy.
Seth, what is the protocol with the reset? Why do they get the reset?
I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Yeah. I trust some of these things. I don't know. I think if they start it too fast, or I'm not sure. I'm never quite clear. Golly, they tackled one of the D linemen for Indiana.
Wait, did they call that?
Yeah, they've been holding pretty bad, and they're not calling it. So, because we would do it on our semi-pro teams. Like we would reset, and I'm like, why are we allowed to reset? I don't even know what that is, but
I know sometimes if you're getting clarification on something or if they've spotted it, it seems like it's kind of each crew's got their own kind of picadillos with it. I don't know.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all. 72 of y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching with us. Oh,
nobody home.
Oh, that got hit. Oh, there's a flag?
Oh, no. Is it going to be roughing the passer?
Yeah.
That's probably pretty tough after you saw Mendoza get smoked under the chin in the first half to get that call on the last drive of the game.
Let's see here. Is it egregious? Throw.
It's a little late.
Yeah.
There was another one on Mendoza that was late. They didn't call. Like very similar to that one, and it's I mean, it would have been 3rd and 15. I mean, I don't know. They have to score a touchdown, so they still have to drive the whole length of the field here.
That's tough, man. That's like changes the whole complexion of the drive right there.
Yeah. God, they're only rushing 3.
Well, dump.
Why? I don't get rushing 3. Like, stay within your package, like at least 4. Because now they're coming here. They got the first down.
Play or they're going to spike it. Likes the ball. Back, looking, throwing.
It's a heck of a catch.
Caught it.
But that's going to waste a lot of clock.
What do you do here? Okay.
This is going to come down to the wires or to the very end here, boys.
Yeah.
Interesting. It looks like a few times they're rushing more guys from. They're going to start. Looks like they're going to before that last play, they were rushing from like most of the guys from the right side to try to flush Beck left.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
That might be smart. Give them a breather.
Yeah, reset a little bit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. They called that roughing after you saw Mendoza get absolutely annihilated in the first half.
I saw someone tweet it was like, this game's going to be pretty clean for the most part, and then later in the game there's going to be a foul where it's going to like decide.
I feel like that's been the what's crazy. It feels like that's been the MO of the playoff. We've seen a bunch of games where like they haven't called a lot of penalties and then second half it just becomes penalty after penalty, and you're like,
yeah.
I mean, I'd rather see it the other way.
Yeah. What did you think of that Ole Miss last play of the game
I mean, definitely a penalty, but
yeah,
you can't.
That's what I thought.
You can't kind of. I don't know. You can't hope they're going to call that. That's very rarely called at the end of the game. So
yeah. But it was pretty obvious, though. That's the thing where it's like, I'm like, I mean, what is he supposed to do? Like, this is crazy. Can't believe this is close.
Throwing deep.
Intercepted! Let's go! Let's go!
I'd hold that one in, boys.
Thank you. Woo!
Unbelievable, man.
I knew Beck was going to come in and his legacy drive.
Wait, flag?
Flag. It's celebration.
I think it's for taking the helmet off.
He took his helmet off, yeah. Dude, that's so awesome for the Mendoza family. Did you hear them talk about it where he was like, when he transferred from Cal and Miami came calling, because they didn't come calling before when he was in high school, they were like, nah, we're good.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, the connections between that family and the Miami staff currently is crazy. Yeah. That's
wow.
wild.
I was like, whoa.
You can tell Mario's kind of like maybe knew he had a miss. He's like, you don't keep track of everybody you went to high school. Like he said stuff like that a couple of times. So, man,
wow, unbelievable. And
O-line coach, what's that guy's name?
Mirabal. They're all in school. They all played on the same offensive line. That's just insane.
How does a 5'8" guy play offensive line? He must have been like much bigger when he was younger. Because, like, you know how you shrink.
I think he was just like a bulldog. He's just probably a crazy dude. That penalty was somewhat interesting just with how much it backs him up.
Yeah, but they just have one more snap and that's it.
Yeah. They need to get one more play off and then.
It just makes it so.
Yeah, it's definitely dicey. Honestly, if I were them, I would snap it and go to the end zone. Just like take the safety. So you would get the cover. You'd get the backdoor cover.
Wow. This is unbelievable, man.
Woo.
And with this, hang on.
He's going to do it. Oh, no. That's it.
Go forward. And with this, Indiana becomes the first team since the 1996 Gators as the first school program to win their first national championship. Whole reason I wore this hat, just in case that happened.
Oh, were they one of those teams? They've never won one way back in the day.
Nope. No. The last team to win.
I know they were the losingest program until Northwestern overtook them.
Ian, do you remember your prediction?
30-21, I think.
Damn, you were 3 points off.
Yeah, thank God I didn't.
I think I was 30-20. So I was
wow. Not only that, Indiana becomes the first team to go 16-0, and Kurt Smanny fulfills the college football dynasty in real life mode.
Dude, Carson Beck goes off a loser in epic fashion. That is just chef's kiss. Like, man, I love it. Oh, man. Couldn't happen to a crappier human being.
Wow. Absolutely amazing. To think this Indiana program 2 years ago was not even half full on their homecoming games, and now
they were like 3-9, 2 and whatever. Like they were
terrible.
There
was a whole article about that. They said like it was so bad with their attendance and how nobody was showing up and how they kept losing that they had to wait for when they played Ohio State to get like sky, view shots of a full stadium because they wore the same red because it made it look like a sellout. And now they win the national championship. Unbelievable.
It's like the craziest thing in college football history.
Yeah.
This is the best turnaround I've ever seen in college football history.
Even just them win, like just from this year, just the preseason like projections, I think they were like their odds to win the national championship were insanely high. So nobody's ever been close. They're, I think, by far the lowest like blue chip ratio team of all time.
Yeah,
it definitely changes some things. I don't know, I don't know if it's replicable. There's still some things that, in terms of like, they're pretty nasty on both fronts, and they got a really smart quarterback that's really accurate. Like, I don't think it's just one of those things where, and I know Bud Davis has been doing some kind of research on this because it's such an anomaly. He's like, he
said they were cheating. He put out a huge.
That was his hot take, because he's like, it's such a statistic. He told me, for all the children that are watching at 11:20 Eastern time, close your ears. He said he doesn't believe in Santa Claus either. So he's like, this doesn't. It's such an anomaly. There's something going on, but it is like,
that's when you know you've made it.
They're really well coached. They're really sound. They're really tough. It's. I'm missing the Mendoza interview. I'm sure he's saying something unbelievable.
Yeah,
some great like NBA language.
Yeah.
Like it relived my master's program. Yeah. Yeah, man, this is wild, because it's not overwhelming talent. Even though they're older, they're not the oldest team. They're not kind of like leaps and bounds older than anybody. Like, so it's not that they're older. It's not that they're it's not that they're like more talented. I don't know, man. It's just crazy. But this run has been unbelievable.
It's wild. Like this, like, man, I'm amazed that Miami got this far. I really am, because of like when they got to the point and they lost to SMU, like at 2 losses, I was like, it's over. They have no shot, and they backdoored into the playoff, and then they went on a run, honestly, and they bully balled everyone they played for 3 straight games. And they didn't even really bully ball Miami or Indiana here. They needed the passing attack really to get in this game late, and that was about it. That was the difference in the game, that Beck was making plays in the passing game, which I didn't think was going to happen. But Beck, he had that last interception, but he had to make a play. Like, the game was on the line. He's got to start making plays to get them closer. So it's like, it is what it is. Like, but Indiana, man, what a story. Like, this is probably, like, they've talked about like the Miracle on Ice with the USA Hockey, and then like Leicester City in soccer for the Premier League, and then like this one. It's like there's very few stories of upsets like this, or like coming from nowhere type story, and this is it, man. This is definitely it.
It's crazy. Like, I did see that. I don't know if you saw the article. The guy that wrote Rudy is an Indiana alum. Did you guys see that one?
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Signetti said, "I've never seen Rudy. I hate Notre Dame." Yeah. But I mean, it's like, man, it's crazy. This is just beyond insane for what's wild. So last year, I thought they were kind of the beneficiaries of a really soft schedule, and
yeah, they were.
I didn't quite all the bluster from Signetti. I was like, man, this guy talks a lot, and they haven't beaten anybody with a pulse. And then to see him, like, I've done a total 180 on the guy. I love him. I think he's awesome. It was interesting to hear him say, like, I talked like that at the beginning because I wanted people to be interested. Like, I wanted people to talk about Indiana. I had to get the fan interest up. I had to instill a little confidence. I was like, so going back and kind of viewing everything through that prism, it's really interesting. And I mean, they're just, what the wild part is, like, what are the best? It seemed like the best units on the field in this game were both the defenses. He hired both these guys as defensive coordinators.
Yeah.
So like, the guy has an eye. He knows what he's doing. I love that he went down to his dad's program, took it over, and just totally, like, even though it seemed like his dad was like, I wouldn't do that. I listened to him give like a 40-minute speech about it, and it was interesting. He's like, I had a kid that was about to be a freshman in college. I had 2 daughters that both wanted to be doctors, so I knew I needed to make a ton of money. Cut my salary in He went from making like $350,000 to making like $100,000 to be the head coach. And he's like, I just was like, I'm going to bet on myself and I'm going to do it. And to see him here, so that's a really cool story. So I don't know if there could be an Indiana movie, but there might just be a Curt Cignetti movie, and that could be a really, really interesting story.
And you're talking about IUPUI, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took over that program and then has made his way up. And that was where his dad was the head coach, I believe. So that's really cool. And then just to be like not content, just turning that into a winner, just I'm going to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And now you take a team that nobody thought had a chance, you win the national championship. It's unbelievable. It's hard to describe, but unfortunate that Miami had to be on the losing end.
Or maybe fortunate. No.
No, this was the ultimate, like, I'm an SEC honk. So I grew up as a Florida fan, grew up big in the SEC. This is the ultimate, like, either the Big Ten wins the third in a row and you got to hear about that, or Miami wins and you got to hear about that. This was the ultimate, like, meteor game for me.
Yeah. But push the button.
Yeah. I was hoping the aliens everyone keeps talking about might show up and just get the game canceled potentially.
I said that. I told my uncle that. I said, I thank God I did not have to be alive for the 1998 national championship, because having to watch Tennessee or Florida State win a national championship would have made me throw up.
It was brutal. I was a freshman in high school, and so many people were cheering for both of them. I was like, kill me now. Like, please. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Insane. Absolutely.
What a game.
What a game. What a season. This was by far one of the most insane seasons I've ever experienced in college football. You have Indiana winning the national championship, Miami, who, like, just on a Cinderella run. Vandy was in the top 10 for a long time. And unbelievable. There's no words to describe this season.
It felt to me like a year that there was nobody that was just – now Indiana ended up being so good, and the numbers will bear out how good they were. But it felt like a year earlier, like nobody's – I don't feel like there's an elite team. Like nobody's great, and everybody can kind of lose on their worst day. And you saw it with like a Miami team that at their best looked like they should have won the game tonight possibly, and at their worst lost to Louisville.
Yeah.
So it was one of those years, but Indiana just consistently rose to the occasion, buried people. What an interesting story. Now, I would think tonight will probably be a mark against them for best team of all time claims. Because that LSU team absolutely throttled everybody.
Yeah.
So,
except for Florida.
Yeah, that was – people forget that was a pick in the end zone, right? Going to tie that game. So, yes, people forget that. But,
there's a lot of trust me, I lay awake at night restlessly thinking of a lot of what ifs in Florida history. What if Steve Spurrier stayed? What if Urban Meyer didn't quit?
What if 9/11 doesn't happen?
Yeah, Darnell Dockett doesn't hurt Ernest Graham.
And the game gets moved from September to Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee had like a bunch of dudes hurt. Florida probably would have rolled them if they play the game as normal.
Yeah, because it would have only been that loss to Auburn, and they would have got to the SEC championship game. They would have smoked LSU. LSU wasn't good that year,
and they absolutely throttled them earlier in the year.
Yeah, and they would have played Miami in the national championship game. And who knows? Miami was obviously all-time great that year, but
I think that was Spurrier's best team.
Yeah,
I thought that 01 team was Spurrier's best team. They played the year before, and Miami beat them, but I thought that team was so much better than they were, and was Spurrier's most talented. It felt like it was his most talented or his best team he'd had at that point, which was disappointing when they could.
That's where I lay awake thinking, like, man, what if he just stayed? What if he was like, you know what, I'm not ready to go coach the garbage
Washington. If he stays, then Urban Meyer never comes. So it's like
that's true.
It's like either one. It's like you get more Steve. There's no guarantee you get those two championships. So like it ended up working out for Florida. And I hate that because it's like I would have loved to see Steve, retire like Bobby Bowden, play, be a coach for like 25, 30 years at Florida, but it just wasn't in the cards,
And he probably had at least another. When did he end up retiring? He probably had another 10 years or 12
last season.
South Carolina.
Yeah,
Yep.
so he coached.
he would. I mean, it would have been interesting to see kind of. Yeah, 2015 in South Carolina. So he coached about 10 seasons in South Carolina. So you would have had like almost 15 more years with him as a head coach potential. And he retired to South Carolina because they started losing.
Yeah,
like
they're really bad near the end.
Maybe he could have kept it going at Florida. That is an interesting one.
And then, like, what if Urban?
You don't have the toxicity of Urban Meyer again. This is what goes in my head.
What if Cam Newton doesn't?
What if they issue Cam Newton a new laptop?
Which, like, nowadays would never be a thing at all because he could buy 1 million laptops. And it's like, oh man, so ridiculous.
There's so many other ones. I think, like, what if the Gators like didn't get sanctioned in '84 and they kept that SEC championship, and then does that make them look better in the '80s? And then what?
Yeah, they beat Miami some of those years. Miami ends up having like great years that they're talking about in this pregame. It's like, well, Florida beat them that year in the game. So yeah, man, it was wild. A lot of interesting. I had Kelly Ford on one time before the 23 season, I think, and he was saying the 85 team was like sneaky, really, really good by like a bunch of metrics, but it was like in that probation era. So there was like a few Florida teams in that mid 80s that were just like elite teams.
Well, they got voted. They got voted by selectors for the national championship in, I think, '84.
Yeah, New York Times, I think, picked it.
So it's like they have a right to that title if they really want to. I think they should claim the SEC title because that is garbage. They have got that taken away. There's no reason for them. Yeah.
So that was
you got it right there.
Yep.
There you go. Nice.
I told you, Chris. The closest we've gotten to that is in the College Football 26 video game. They have a whole history section. And if you go to 1984, it says Florida. So it's like, because
there was no other team. They didn't give it to any other team. So it's literally open.
It was like vacant.
They can literally take it. Like, I don't get it. Just claim it,
Spurrier claims the 91 to everyone he talks to.
So I love that.
Throw that one on there too.
84, 85, and 1990 were years they finished first, but weren't allowed to finish first. Pseudo say.
So
80, but 85, I guess, is a sneaky
good one.
Yeah. So
a lot of the old timers, like Florida fans on Twitter, will talk about it every once in a while. And I'm always curious to hear their thoughts because it's like the history of Florida, because like a lot of people are always like, well, Florida doesn't have any history before Spurrier. And I'm like, yeah, they actually do. They just got kind of like
from 80s on. It's been really good up until maybe like the last 5.
Yeah.
I mean,
thanks, Napier.
Mullen.
It wasn't just him.
Mullen. How much of what was he doing behind the scenes to get fired? Because it's really wasn't like it was pretty good, and then just off the cliff, you're fired. It's shocking, and he'd be doing pretty well, I think, in this era if he had the right.
He would be killing it
if they put the right. If they decided to be like, you know what, we're going to be really proactive. We're going to give you a GM. We're going to be proactive with this model, which is what I think I had Bud Davis on my show like 3 years ago, and we were talking about hiring a GM full time and just being like super proactive and getting out in front of it.
Yeah.
So it is good to see them do that, but it's like, man, they had some opportunities. So
yeah, because the Gator Nation football podcast, they talk about it all the time. They've been talking about it for years. Like they needed a GM model because they're like one of their big things is like kind of following European soccer model.
Yeah.
And like relegation and stuff and like different things that like would probably change the sport. I don't think they'll ever do, but like definitely the GM model was something that they've been talking about a long time. And go ahead.
My thought is, and I feel like it's trending this way. My thought is there's going to be, it seems like, and it's been trending this way for a few years, but this is kind of something I started thinking about years back was you only have a certain amount of coaches that can go out recruiting.
Yeah.
But once they made it where analysts can coach on the field, it's like you should have totally separate staffs for recruiting and a separate staff for coaching. Like it shouldn't be. They should be almost totally split, which you're starting to see. I think people go towards a little bit, but there's no reason like a lot of it. A guy that's got to sit and game plan and do all this stuff should also be having to make 100 calls a day.
Or flying to
it's like, okay, let somebody else go off campus. Yeah. So, and what's funny is you see some of the better recruiters on these staffs are guys that aren't allowed to go off campus. Like Florida, Joe Hamilton was a guy that was like a huge recruiter, and I guess they got him back on. I don't know if he's still with the new staff or not. I think he is. But he was a guy that was like an analyst, but he was also seen as like one of the best recruiting staffers they had, especially in Texas. It's like, all right, make him the DNs coach, and then make somebody else an analyst that just coaches the DNs, and now you can go out and recruit them. And it's just, I think there's going to be a change in the model to where it's going to be like, what is, if you can coach, you can hire as many on-field guys as you want. All right, hire a bunch of those, and then have specialty guys just go out and all they got to focus on is recruiting. Seems like we're switching that way, but all right, fellas, I'm gonna head out. I got to get up for work tomorrow, so.
Thanks you, my brother, dude. It's been a real pleasure this year. We look forward to next year, and who knows with Brian Hartline and John Summerall, we might be like maybe both of them get in the playoff next year.
Hey, that'd be fun. So it'll be an interesting year for sure. So new car smell's always nice. So.
Yeah. All right, man. Seth,
thank you. Boys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on. Have a good night. See you.
Ian, you ready to call it?
I am. It was an absolutely fantastic season. I do want to say, obviously, thank you to everybody involved. My cousin George for keeping up with this too. My wife, obviously, for letting me do this at almost 11:30. I had to move out so she could, because God knows she deserves all the rest she can.
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank her and them for letting me do this and all that. And obviously, Chris, once again, thank you for coming into that Arby's and, noticing my Gators pin and having me on since then.
A lost phone literally changed both our lives. It's kind of crazy. It's amazing. Ian, I've seen you grow from that, young kid to now you're married, you've got a family. You're doing so well. You graduated college, and I'm proud of you, man. Like it's amazing. Like we started off some humble beginnings with this show, and it was. I honestly was on the verge of like stopping because we were not getting anywhere. It felt like it was like we were just spinning our wheels, doing all this work, and nothing was like showing, being tangible. And I will credit with a friend of mine who really was like, yeah, you need to look into like doing shorter videos and whatever and whatnot. And it made a difference because now our YouTube Shorts videos, we get like minimum 1,000 to like 1,500, 3,000 views on all of them. And it's been tremendous. I appreciate every one of you that listens, that follows, that subscribes, that comments, everything. We appreciate it. We love this sport. We hope that it comes across to you guys. Shout out to my wife for putting up with me for so many years with this. And, it's finally starting to like become into like something bigger than I've ever thought. We're up to we're over 4,700 subscribers. Last year at this time, we had 2,100. We jumped up 2,600 subscribers in a year's time, more than doubled. It's remarkable. It's been a lot of fun. I'm so grateful for you, Ian. I'm grateful that I lost that phone that day. And, shout out to y'all. You guys make it worth it. It's fun to do. I love the interaction on Twitter. And we will talk to you guys next fall in August. We get a much deserved break. I don't even text Ian like in the offseason.
We'll text.
But it's just like, hey, what's up? Like, that's it. But it's like, it's funny because it's like when we are not doing the show, there's like, it is like silence, radio silence. It's what makes this so enjoyable because like we can go full bore into this for 4 or 5 months and give you guys our research, our study, our like, Ian's stats, his, factoids that like nobody knows, his G5 expertise. That's why his handle is G5 Gibson, because he is literally the smartest person I know about G5 that also follows Power 4 teams. Because there are guys that specifically just do group of 5, but Ian does both. And I think, Ian, you are one of the best at it because you are so knowledgeable of all those teams, knowing who is going to be good even before they become good. It's been a huge joy to work with you. Let's enjoy this break.
Yep.
Thank you for everything. You guys enjoy the rest of the off season. We will see you guys in like 7 months. So take care, y'all.